So my truck is a 2016 Toyota Tacoma, and it was built in October of 2015. And the soft open hinge assist on the right hand side, the bushing on there had broken, and so my tailgate was just flopping down, and so I had to replace it. And I found out that if you have an early third generation Tacoma like this, which is October of 2016 makes it one of those, that the bushing that came on it is no longer available, and in order to get the replacement bushing, you have to also replace this part right here. And to do that, you have to take off the bumper. And I couldn't find any videos or anything that showed how to do that, so this video is gonna hit some of the highlights of that. There are plenty of videos out there on how to take off the tailgate and how to take off the bumper, but so I don't go into a great detail on that, but I do show some of the things that I discovered in replacing this part, and the total cost of the new bushing and this part was about $100. There is somebody who makes a 3D printed replacement that will work for the this model of Tacoma, but I wanted to go ahead and do the replacement the way Toyota does it, and so it saved some money. Took a couple hours, but it wasn't too bad of a job. And so I will have some pictures and a little bit of video on how I went about doing that. This is the part numbers and the cost for those parts. The $7 part is the bushing. The $80 part is the hinge piece that needs to go on that contains the bushing. And the right side is the replacement, the left side is the old one. First thing you have to do is remove the tailgate and then the bumper. In order to do this by myself, I rigged up some rope to hold the bumper in place so that I could lower it down after I wiggled it loose from the frame, because it does take some effort to get it broke free from the frame once you have the bolts taken out. And the rope was going to keep me from having to just have it drop on the ground. This is the underside of where the ropes come underneath the bumper. And you'll see that I was able to get it lowered down from the body of the truck, and it gave me enough room to work on it without actually having to lower it to the ground, which means I didn't have to lift it all the way back up into position when I went to put it back together. So this is something that you could do if you're needing to work on this by yourself. Now this is covering that soft close feature that the hinge piece screws into. To get that loose, you just pop these little center of these rivets out, and then they pull out and the plastic piece comes right off without any problem. That's the soft close, and those are 14mm nuts on that holding it on. That's another view of it there. And this is the inside where that hinge piece goes into, and it has an indexing tang in there, so you need to pay attention to that when you go to put it back together. When you're putting the bumper back on, one thing I noticed is that that's a slot there that you can just slip one bolt on, and that'll help hold the bumper while you raise it up into position and get those rest of those bolts in.